Hey folks, this is Jake Davis with an on-the-fly review for you, and today I'm talking about Shazam, released by Warner Brothers and DC, hits theaters today, directed by David F. Sandberg, who also directed Lights Out and Annabelle Creation, and it stars Zachary Levi, Asher Angel, Jack Dylan Glazer, Mark Strong, Jaimin Hunso, Adam Brody, Megan Good, and John Glover. I'm still standing on crutches right now, so it's a little shaky. Right now, I'm going to let you know, I'm probably going to say Captain Marvel mostly in this video instead of calling him Shazam, just because that's more natural for me. Because he was the original Captain Marvel. Just a real quick history of the character. If you don't know, Captain Marvel debuted in Wiz Comics in 1939. After a lawsuit with DC where they claimed Shazam was just, I'm just going to flow, that he was a ripoff of Superman, pretty much just because he was outselling them, and he kind of is, but, there's lots of ripoffs of Superman. Superman himself is a ripoff of John Carter of Mars. Anyway, they sued him, they got, Wiz Comics, pretty much just stole these people's whole work, the character and the worlds that they created, but hey, business. So, Shazam's had, I've never really read a lot of Captain Marvel comics, to be honest with you. I have read plenty of Justice League comics where he popped up over the years. I've seen, a lot of the cartoons, the old serial from, 41, which is, the greatest serial ever made, according to most people. It's really, really good. I never saw the old TV show in the 70s either, but he's been in lots of cartoons. It's impossible to be a comic book fan without knowing a lot about this guy. He was a huge deal. He was a really, really popular character in the 40s. He was more popular than Superman and Batman. He was the biggest comic book character at his time. And now he finally got his own movie. The whole setup here is we start in 1974 and we meet Dr. Zavanna as a young boy, where he is taken to the temple, taken to the cave. Shazam, tests his will, and his will is weak. So he says, no, you're not worthy, sends him on. Jump to modern time, and Dr. Zavanna, obviously, has been obsessing over this his entire life. And he's used his fortune and his brilliance, and has eventually found his way back to the cave. Where he steals something evil, and the seven deadly sins in physical demonic form join him, and they're gonna go just destroy the world. Now I gotta point something out. Even though this film is a comedy and it is a really very much a family film, I absolutely loved that they're so hardcore with the villains in this. They're playing them not for laughs at all. They're trying to be as legit scary with Zavanna and the sins as possible, and I love that. So now we meet Billy Batson, and Billy Batson, he's a good kid, but he just has it tough, and he's kind of had to look after himself. He's bounced around from foster home to foster home, and he finally comes across, I forget the family's name, but it's the family who are good people, and Mary and Freddie, and I think three other kids. Yeah, three other kids. And he doesn't really connect with any of them, but him and Freddie are like roommates, so they're spending time together. And Freddie's trying to get Billy to lighten up more than anything else. So eventually, while defending Freddie from some bullies at school, he runs off into the train station, and he magically is teleported to the cave where Shazam is. Shazam gives him the power, and then it gets stuff I don't really want to spoil for you. Because one really smart thing about this movie is they did a good job of pretty much just keeping most of the clips you see in the movie are stuff that happens in the first act. So, there's a lot of surprise. Now, I loved, first off, what I didn't like about the movie, only real thing, was the closing credits sequence. Reminded me too much of Spider-Man Homecoming. It was just too similar. Hand-drawn, kid-style superhero stuff with a punk rock song playing in the background. It's too similar. Get out that fridge! Get out that fridge! Kid trying to sip. Don't eat that! No. Put it back. It's the Shuggy's yogurt. Put it up. Anyhow. Sorry. The whole, lost my train of thought. The movie's great. I really love the movie. I didn't really like the... Oh, hush, I'm talking. I really didn't like the, that last thing, but I loved everything else about this movie. I thought Zachary Levi and Asher Angel did a wonderful job, you know, playing the same character, bringing Billy Bats into life. Just, the mannerisms were similar, and it was really a great performance from both guys. You never really lost anything in translation of this. Always felt like the same character, and that's a great work. Mark Strong is terrific in it, even though he does a so-so American accent, not really good accent. I don't know why he did an American accent, it's just kind of weird to me. Jack Dylan Glazer is great. That kid got a lot of charisma, a lot of talent. He was probably the best child performance in it. Him and the girl who played Beverly, and he's excellent in this, man. So yeah, I love this movie. Love the Easter eggs. It was even from a guy. Just a minute, baby. Let me finish. Even from a guy who knows, you know, probably the minimalist, the least you can know about Captain Marvel, just being a comic book fan in general. And you know, I like Captain Marvel, sure, but I thought this movie seemed to be stock full of fan service and Easter eggs. Like, you know, like there's a scene where they open the door and you see a villain from the comics, and like, yeah, I recognize that guy. It was great. I loved it. I thought it was really fun. Oh, it is a little damn long. It is kind of long in the tooth. You know, by the time we're in the last battle, I was ready for, okay, moving on a little faster than this. But they just go all out. They throw in everything in the third act, which seems to be the DC style. Just how much can we throw into the last fight of this movie? Get out of that fridge! Anyhow, I'm giving Shazam 5 stars. I gotta go yell at this kid some more. She's hungry. She wants some yogurt. Anyhow.
No, that's blue yogurt.
She wants blue yogurt. Anyhow, Shazam 5 stars. I loved it. Go see it. It's a great movie. It's a really good time. I'm Jake Davis, and I'll catch you on the fly.